What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Staincast. We got a good fucking episode 33. Me and Hag, and of course we got a guest. Let's fucking get. We'll jump right into it. I'm fucking excited because then we also got The Last of Us. We got a lot to do.
Yeah, we did because this is the second episode we're recording.
I didn't watch it because I didn't watch it when we did it because.
All right, you're right.
Bro, I didn't watch it the last time we recorded. So remember, I was like,
it's the early episode. It's an early episode this week.
Yeah, exactly. So for anyone who doesn't know, we're recording 2 of these in the same week because we're going to be on vacation. Business. We have
everything's getting written off.
We got a business. Yeah, exactly. So we're on a business trip next week. So fortunately, we're not going to be around to record. So we're still going to post regular time, but we're doing the same in 1 week. So obviously, I kind of got confused with The Last of Us. But regardless, I just wanted to add my 2 cents to it because I didn't get to do it at the beginning of the week. That fucking Joel and fucking Ellie, fucking Pedro and Bella Ramsey. Damn. And it's like, I mean, the finale's coming up. By the time this post the finale, we've already been out. I'm ashamed.
But we'll talk about it episode after.
But I say anyone who's watching Last of Us, stay tuned for that because we're definitely gonna have.
And
we're gonna have some.
This is a spoiler to no one. That episode will be coming out this year. We will be covering this season this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so far it's like it kind of seems like a no-brainer. Excuse me, no-brainer to do this series, especially when it's like it's so fresh right now. So like, I wouldn't even be mad at like fucking trying to get this shit cooking soon.
Very true.
Like it's the best when it's still fresh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you have anything else you wanted to add, DL or Smoke? Yeah, you weren't on the episode to talk about it either. Yeah, just the last.
About what, The Last of Us? Yeah, no,
the most recent episode.
Yeah, no, that shit was tough. If you haven't watched it, just watch it. By the time this episode drops, the finale's gonna have dropped. So I'll comment on the finale right now. Damn.
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that. Damn.
That's fucking true.
So, but I guess.
But then I guess besides that, we could jump right into the episode. I got you, Hag, with that transition. Don't you worry about it. We can jump right into the meat and potatoes of the episode.
Whoa, we ain't there yet.
I was about to say Revenge of the Sith.
We ain't there yet. I need it.
It's just in my head. Like, that's how cursed that movie is.
I've been fiending to watch episode 3 for so long. And it's so close. I cannot wait.
Bro, soon. Don't you worry about it, guys. Anyone else is looking forward to it like we are, don't worry. Wait, no.
We're almost there.
You got like another 3 weeks or whatever. You'll be straight. Mm-hmm. But jumping right into it with our favorite characters. Or at least favorite characters. Whichever you want to start with. Smoke.
Favorite characters? Yeah.
You can do favorite and least favorite, or however order you want to do them in.
Well, I'll do my favorite character is Luke's, of course. I mean, this is the completion of his character arc, the definitive movie that is Luke Skywalker. Like, everything about this movie is what the sequel trilogy tries to undo, and this is why this movie is so sacred. I'm bricked up talking about Star Wars. That's what that noise was.
I mean, understand.
Yeah, no, get me violent. I thought about the sequel trilogy for a second, but yeah, this is the best Luke story, like, because it comes to a conclusion, and you're like, I don't want to get all into the movie right now, but damn, this is Luke's best movie, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And I guess I could do least favorite character as well. I feel like there's not too many people I don't like in this movie. I mean, there's like so many side characters that I guess I could have done without, but I mean, like, main cast wise, I think everybody does their job. I guess maybe the collective Ewoks, if I could put them. That would probably be my least favorite character, just because, like, I feel like that's the definite, like, bruise on that movie for me. It's like, I love the movie. It's still my favorite Star Wars movie, like 99% of the time. But like, the Ewoks are so fucking annoying.
That's understandable. I mean, especially after playing fucking that one game mode in Battlefront 2. I fucking
Oh my god,
Ewok guns.
Oh, it is terrifying.
It's actually fucking horrifying. Nah, it's fucking.
This is so pointless.
I'm off that.
Yeah,
and there are people under there, right? Like,
I think they were puppeted. Yeah, it was a bunch. Like, it's so hideous.
I'm pretty sure it was I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of tiny people, wasn't it?
Suits.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the more you find out about them, the more appalling they are. Like,
yeah, because they just be moving too realistic.
no, because they're just
like,
literally giant teddy bears. Like, I get that they had like to make some toys to sell, but like,
Yeah, the
don't
whole
make
back
them the
half
whole
of the
fucking movie like that. But other than that, I think the rest, everybody else is really good for the main cast wise. Like, I was trying to think of another like maybe side character, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody does their job, I think. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you
mean,
guys had somebody else.
yeah, I'll take it from here.
Hey, did you want to go?
It's definitely Luke as favorite. I mean, like you said, Smoke. It's the completion of his story. It is the completion of him becoming the Jedi that he is, and it's great to see, and it's great to see that he doesn't have the temptation to fall to the dark side, unlike his father, and just everything that just knowing from Star Wars as well. But least favorite, I don't know if it'll be controversial to say this, but it's Boba Fett. Because Boba Fett does fucking nothing and then gets pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this show is
And his show sucks.
This show is fucking mid.
Whatever Fed is paying you will match. Yeah, no, that is fucking true. I even have that written down there somewhere that his death is like the most disrespectful, like especially for someone that's like so highly regarded, like in the fandom. Like you kind of just shit on him like
he goes
that
out like
too.
a cartoon character.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Ugh. But
nah, it's just
did you have any other?
Or Jabba for looking like that, I guess.
Nah.
What?
Oh yeah, that picture. I just looked at the pictures Andrew sent. Shit's hideous. Let me mark this. Jeremy Renner.
He's looking
Come on,
alive.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'll just pick this shit. I'll pick it back up where I'm just gonna ask you if you have any other least favorite characters. Stop looking at.
He's fucking good.
It just popped up on my
He's
Apple
fucking
Watch.
cooked,
That's
bro.
fucking hideous.
All right. Or then, did you have any other least favorite characters? The Snow Cat.
Stop,
Come on. Come on.
oh my god.
Come on, use your powers and your skills to compose yourself. There it is. Don't think about the picture anymore. All right.
No,
Back to it.
That's pretty much it.
Did you have any other least favorite characters, Zach? Okay. And I mean, I'm just gonna complete the. I feel like it's like the other half of Luke is Darth Vader for my favorite character. Like it's kind of like where Luke's begins, Darth Vader's ends. Like they're kind of like their destinies are tied to each other. So I feel like they're like I feel like I like Luke and Darth Vader the same because they both kind of
Anakin the goat.
they both serve their own needs. But I mean, Darth Vader's just.
I mean, Darth Vader is the best villain
Yeah.
in movie history for a reason.
Yeah, it's just like James Earl Jones, the fucking goat. Like his fucking voice is like it's destiny. Like there's no other. I choose to believe that there's no universe where James Earl Jones doesn't voice Darth Vader. Like he has to. He fucking has to. But besides that, I mean, obviously, even the way like you can kind of see like that's like, his switch up, where even like even when he's around Luke, like he's not that same like fucking brute, like fucking juggernaut, just like fucking kill. Like. There's just so much more to his character that we see in this movie compared. I mean, in episode 4 and 5, he's a fucking murderer. He's a maniac. But like now you actually like kind of see like the full circle of his character, and I love it. I just love it. Every interaction between him and Luke is just it's peak fucking cinema. And I only wish that I was just gonna finish up and say I only wish that like we had today's technology with that last fight. 'Cause that fight could have been fucking crazy, bro.
It would have
been
been
thinking about it like, oof. Because I mean, even seeing like how it looks like an Obi-Wan, like how you have Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, like Darth Vader and Luke would have been oof.
Need that.
Gives me. But my least favorite character, I think they're called the Gamorrean guards, the green motherfuckers. That job is hideous.
Yeah,
disgusting. The noises they make, the way that they look, the way that they move, nothing about them is all right. They're unsettling. And
I'm glad you said the way that they
and-
move, because I agree specifically with that part.
yeah, because specifically on that is like when everyone thinks that Luke's about to get smoked by the Rancor, and all the fucking guys, they're all freaking out. Then they all just stop, and it looks so gross. Like I don't know, like what they are, if they're like people like painted or whatever. That's gross.
No,
It's just
it sounds
the
like
sounding
they're
of it,
half pig
too.
squeals, half like
Mm.
human grunts.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty.
Gamorrean.
Hmm. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nah, I mean, I'm not hating on anyone else. It's just those motherfuckers that get me
Bitchiness.
and of
The
course
show is
Boba
mid.
Fett, because I don't really see how anyone.
I'll get it
That's
on
facts,
Boba
though.
Fett hating too, just because the show
Really
was
fucking
shit.
tight.
Yeah.
But I guess then we can move on to make or break moments of the movie, which of course, I mean, to me, there's not a single break. Like, this movie hits through and through.
I was gonna say what I had down for break was Boba Fett's death, and even
Boba
the way
Fett.
that they get him, like
Boba
where
Fett.
Han stands up and then he fucking like punctures his fucking word. Oh, then he hits off the wall and fucking gets smoked, rolled, and then just gets eaten. Like he rolls to his death. It's like, holy smokes, you wouldn't think this is like one of the most capable killers in the entire galaxy.
Fucking
Like, come
Sarlacc
on, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then like burps when he eats
And
him
he
too. It's
lives.
like,
I
come
said, the whole
on,
thing
man.
is
Like insult to
ridiculous.
injury.
He lives.
It's cartoonish.
You know, it really is. It
The whole
really is
sequence,
cartoonish
that's
the way
what
he
I'm
gets.
saying. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like George Lucas is in his fucking bag cooking up that scene. Like he was doing the most. But it's really the only break I have. I mean, I'll go into my other one, but I mean, Smoke, if you wanted to start with like some of your favorite scenes, I'll just throw it to you real quick.
Some of my favorite scenes, bro. I mean, this whole
Yeah.
fucking movie, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like the definitive scene, like you could say that whole sequence with like Vader and Luke at the end, obviously, because that's like the definitive
Mhm.
moment, like of the whole trilogy. But my God, bro, I have to say it anyway, even though it's so obvious, because that shit. I was literally just watching it
Of course.
before we jumped on, obviously, bro. It's just so like the music, like the acting, just the way
The music.
and it's so perfect. Like all of the cues, like all, it's the best scene.
Like besides Burning Homestead, I'm not sure I don't know what the name of that score is by John Williams. The shit at the end when he's like he's pulling up on Vader and like toy on like
It's
fucking
like Dark
on.
Jedi or something. I thought.
But say whatever that
Or
is, like
something
that,
like
like
that.
fucking,
I thought.
yeah, the whatever it is, like the people's like the arias or whatever the type of opera it is. It's like even that shit like in the background, like it's so layered, the music in the movie. Like it's not just like one or two instruments. Like it's so complex.
I mean, it tells the story.
It's-
It's a space
Mhm.
opera. Like the music tells the story
Yeah.
as much as what you're seeing on screen, and it's like there's never a time where I watch it where I'm not like, damn, this shit is hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I wish I could watch it again for
absolutely.
the first time, especially when Vader tosses the Emperor, but it's still so tough every time I watch it.
I feel like my favorite scene in the entire movie. I mean, like one of I think I could rank some of them, but one of has to be when Luke tosses his fucking lightsaber away, and he's like, "Nah, fuck you." Essentially, when he's like, "Nah, fucking slap dick." That shit's just. I mean, Mark Hamill fucking
episode 4,
he came a long way from when we were talking about him, because this is the same people we had for this same fucking Smoke was on for 4 also. So we're literally fucking talking about it again. It's like where he came from. Like in 4 we were talking about like how like where he's going to go, and now it's like where he is, and just even when he pulls up the Jabba's palace, his nuts are hanging, bro.
He pulls up with such a presence. Like you kind of feel like you can sense his difference and how in his understanding of the Force from exactly when we saw him at the end of episode 5. Like we see how much he's grown in that. I think it's like only a 2 or 3 year gap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even the way he's talking the job, so you could either profit by this or be destroyed or something like that. Like, even the way, like he knows he's not gonna fucking like he had it all played out too, because he fucking literally had R2 go on the barge too, so he knew if he was gonna send them out, like he had that shit cooked up, like he was fucking had planned fucking Z.
Yeah, that shit was fucking.
That shit was knocking.
But for me, I think that like we said with episodes 4 and especially 5, the pacing on this is great. I mean, the movie starts off right into going with the Jabba's palace stuff, and just continues and just throws you. You could see that these characters met and knew what the plan was beforehand, but we don't know. We're just seeing it unfold as it happens, which I think is really like is good to see because it gives the mystery of the past that we've been able to see explored throughout with the extended canon, with the comics and the books and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like 5, where there's so much to love about the movie. It's like I could just go on about like the finest things in some of the scenes, but I mean, just like a broad. I mean, I haven't even talked about it. Fucking Yoda chatting,
movie, like
obviously.
you were saying last episode.
It's like fucking.
Oh my god!
Exactly, like I was saying, like one of my favorite scenes, where like this is a whole list of them. I mean, like I have to say this quote now because I don't even want to save it. It's like, when gone am I, the last of the Jedi? Will you?
And then
be?
it plays
like,
that theme. Oh my
hits.
god!
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
Come on.
That shit is like I just hear that, and like it's not easy to fucking like keep like being able to like watch the scene over and over again, because I kept running it back just because I was like writing down some of the quotes and stuff, and I was like, fuck, I want to just watch it regularly. Like every time it just hits, like the first time I saw it, like it's just such a powerful scene. Like, of course, the music, the acting, like even like I said, like we were talking about before, like even with a puppet you can convey so fucking much. Like it's literally someone has his hand up Yoda's ass, and that shit's
Puppet
still
Yoda
That's
the goat,
true.
bro. I've been saying it.
There's so much emotion in
absolutely. I mean,
in
oof.
that scene alone. Just watching Yoda like just tell Luke like to keep going, like he's the only hope.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, like, literally, you could quote from the entire scene, too, like, when he's talking about, like, is Darth Vader my father? It's like, your father is, and then it plays that theme again. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
Masterful. This whole
It's so
movie
damn
is.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
God.
And then even another scene that I thought was just rather like, what the fuck. I have 2 of them actually. Is how fast the Ewoks start praying to C-3PO. I love how it's like the minute he stands up, you already start being like, whoa, whoa, whatever the fuck noise they're making. It's like instantly they start fucking praying to us. So I think that whole scene is really funny. I mean, because it's when C-3PO, like, he could still be like a quote-unquote main character, but like he doesn't have to be like in the story. It was just like a little side thing to get them in with the Ewoks. He doesn't have to be like, ugh.
Not yet.
I'm thinking about the
Not
sequel
yet.
trilogy
Not
again.
yet.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, I'm fucking
I'm
tired.
just thinking about it. It's such a nasty scar. It's like you just see the bed, the wet bed, the metaphorical
once
wet
was
bed.
one of my favorite fictional worlds just got turned to. It's just mid now. The sequel trilogy's ass, but this it's just mid now.
It's just mid now.
And another scene that, I mean, I could honestly do it at the thirsty moment, but I'll do it now. Jabba slid on Leia. I don't care what anybody says. He definitely hit. It's disgusting, but he definitely did. Like, there's too much evidence in there where it's like you're supposed to just make that assumption yourself. Even with C-3PO, it's like, oh, I can't watch. And it's like even Jabba's the way when she's like, "Oh, you're gonna regret this." He's like, "I might," and then he just starts fucking making some like fucking nasty noises and shit. Every time I watch this movie, I'm like,
me.
damn, bro, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, but I mean, for some reason that scene just lives rent free. Like, it's just a side effect of seeing a movie a lot of times. Like, some scenes just live rent free, and that's one of them. Where it's just like, also the whole curtain shit going on, where it's like when she takes him out of the carbonite, and also the curtains peel back, and then it gets the other angle, and another set of curtains peel back.
And it's literally like, everybody in the entire palace behind the curtain.
Yeah. Like, it's like, I don't even understand what the fuck was going on. Like they were all waiting. It's like, oh yeah, she's gonna save Solo now.
And they all just quietly assembled behind the curtain, made not a fucking lick of noise.
And then they just instantly, as soon as she defrosts him, whip it with everything. They break the box.
Yeah, no, that shit was funny. The second curtain is what does it for me, because I just recently I started seeing like how there's another curtain behind them that unveils too, and it's literally like you said, Smoke. Everyone who's like in that main fucking floor, everyone's on that floor is just hiding behind a fucking.
They all gathered. It was so vile.
Mm-hmm. Well, another thing is when Jabba's fucking hitting his fucking
The
and his
hookah
big
joint.
ass like pen or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
OD chiefing. I kind of want a hit of
chiefing.
that. I think that's Spikes.
That shit had him fucked up, bro. I
Damn.
had that fucking whatever thing, like that monkey laughing guy. He was
I mean,
off
he-
something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
He was definitely off
How
whatever
could
that
we
fucking
forget?
monkey joint was.
Hag Fortuna.
Ah.
Oh, I know because we haven't got the quotes yet.
Don't worry. I'm going to bring that up in the quotes, too. Yeah. We'll wait
I
a
was
little
about to
bit.
say
But of
now,
course,
but we can wait.
I
We'll
had
wait.
to fucking remember Hag Fortuna.
Never had Fortuna.
Mm-hmm.
Never ever.
What? I had something else too that I wanted to say. No, that's really
like
it.
we were saying last episode, Han realizing that Luke and Leia made out. That shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
shit is
literally
so
see
funny.
it on
funny.
his
He's
face.
like,
bro.
"Oh shit!"
It's the funniest shit.
He knows it. Like he looks away and he's like, "Oh my god!" Then he looks back. He's like, "Wait a
He's
minute!
like, you crazy
Wait a
bitch.
minute!"
He's like, "Hold the fucking phone."
That shit's wild.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess then we can just move into quotes. They wanna walk.
Oh, show us.
They wanna.
They what I wanga.
Yeah. That's the only quote I ever
Even though like
they want a wanga.
even the way like Bib 14 is like the practical was so gross because it adds to how nasty these characters are. Like when there's not like some fine tuning on them, like when they kind of just look all
that's
gross. Like that's
so
kind of
great.
part of the magic. Whereas like Bib 14 it looks. Mm-hmm. It's like Bib 14 looks absolutely fucking horrifying. Like he's scary in his own way just because of how hideous he is. And then I don't know. I mean. Like how it has like on the closed captioning like death rattle when Jabba dies. It was like, ooh, and then it's just death
When
rattle.
Leia's choking the fuck
Fuck,
out of
that's
him.
wild.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the entire scene with Yoda
I'll
and
not
Luke,
leave
we already
you
talked
here. I've
about
got
that.
to save you. You already have. Luke.
Oh, another. Oh yeah. Oh, so tough. That's so good. Another one that I think is a peculiar is Leia when Luke tells her that she's his sister. She's like, "Oh, I've always
Wait a
known."
minute.
But it's like,
Wait a minute.
It's like, it's like, then why'd you kiss him then? It's like, all right, I get it. It's just like maybe it's like her. She like the Force is like, oh, she just always felt it, but she never really like put words
But then
to
why'd
it.
you make that move,
But, like, it's-
bro?
Yeah, exactly.
she's
What
from-
else
It's like,
is
I
that?
said the Force.
What I'm understanding from that is that Luke got brother zoned before fucking she even knew that he was her brother.
But then why'd she
No,
smooch him?
because she was like, damn, I get brother vibes, but he ain't my brother, so let me get a smooch of him. It's some weird shit, bro. I'm telling you. And Han realized all of this in one moment. That's
He's
what
like,
that
all
quote
right,
was.
she's on some.
It all hit him all at once. Yes, exactly.
It's in that same fucking. It's not. It's like the time before he talks to her is when she looks at him and she's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" He's like, "Ask me again sometime." It's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like, I couldn't imagine saying this. So like, someone asked me, like, "Oh, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Ask me again sometime."
It's dummy dismissive. That's all it is. Ask me again sometime.
This interaction is
What the fuck?
fucking is me every time I go into work. It's like, how we doing? Same as always. That bad, huh? Every time I go into work.
No, either in that. That bad, huh? Exactly. What's it? Same thing with that Yoda scene where he's like, "Earned it, I have," when he's talking about like how he's about to go in his freaking forever
You
sleep.
gotta post up.
He's saying like, "You gotta post
Father of
Yeah.
eternity. The
Long ass
conflict.
post
as a
up.
force."
There is no
There is no conflict. That shit is so good, bro.
You couldn't bring yourself.
You can quote any part of that scene. I'm telling you, literally any part of that scene. When he's chatting to Luke about how he's gonna turn Leia instead.
Never.
Pop that man off. He's fucking
Yeah.
chatting, and then Luke literally spawns out of
Fucking.
nowhere.
How did we not mention this in the fucking break moments? Well, yeah.
When Luke spawned out of
fucking-
nowhere?
No. We
He was
forgot-
hiding behind a fucking skinny ass pole.
Like he ain't that thin, bro.
He was like inside the light too. Like you could
Yeah,
fucking
he was
see
like
him.
half illuminated somehow.
No, but fucking
Oh my god.
the Disney Plus
Where's
version
Stan Hag?
of now you know. Return of the Jedi
Ugh.
unfortunately has fucking
Tui.
Vader screaming
Tui.
no.
Tui.
As it fucking
Look. I'm gonna make a public service announcement. All right, for so anyone who doesn't know, before George Lucas did a whole bunch of edits to this series, to this trilogy, like what, was
around
it
when
during
episode 1 came out.
Was it like after 1 or like? He changed a bunch of things and he added some stuff that was like questionable as hell, like the whole Greedo shit, like some things that were just so unnecessary. Yeah, it's like some things just like it's been long enough at that point where it's like it's
But
whatever.
It's totally
It's
unnecessary.
so like
everything that he does, like it doesn't push along the story. It doesn't move the needle in any way.
Yeah.
It's wholly unnecessary.
And the one that we're about to talk about in particular is the one where when Darth Vader freaking is looking at Luke and then he's looking at the Emperor electrocuting him and he says like no and then he grabs him. It's like the no wasn't originally there. And I mean it's something that's little. It doesn't really matter. But for someone who's watched, for someone who like I don't know, for someone who saw it
takes away
beforehand,
the weight of the moment.
You could see
like,
Anakin's conflict and his struggle, thinking about what he should do without anything there, and just the no just kind of makes it corny.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's just the camera pointed at a mask, like it's a piece of plastic. It's not moving, but you see the conflict within him, and like he just doesn't know. And then like him, like it's just not like Vader to shout his intent before he does anything. Like, why would he fucking give that away before? Like, it takes away from the whole moment. Like in that moment, Vader's supposed to just decide, like, this is it. And it just takes away the weight.
Like, I feel like Palpatine would have been a lot more defensive if he knew he was getting tossed off like that. Like if he just grabbed him, it's like all right, he's more just like all right, he's trying to like stop him. He didn't like when you say no, it's like all right, he's fucking about to slide on you. Like
to your right,
I don't know.
shouts no out of nowhere.
Palpatine would have fucking stopped him, but you know he survives that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No.
We could talk about some of the shit that George Lucas did. That shit's still ass, but we're not talking about any of the shit Disney did.
It takes away the weight of this entire movie if we even acknowledge that shit exists.
Unfortunately, we'll talk about it,
but like it completely.
As much as I really don't want to.
Oh my god, bro.
Maybe we just.
That's crazy, man. God bless you for making that, bro. That Staincast needs to get a lot of love. You guys are brave.
We're debating on if we should split them up because I don't know about you. I don't want to watch 3 of the fucking worst movies of all time in a week.
I just don't want to watch 3 of the worst movies. 2 of the worst movies of all time.
Period.
Like, again,
yes, exactly.
Again, like it's like, come on. It's like, look, we're doing it for you guys, but like, at some point we got to draw the fucking line. Those movies are actually awful.
Atrocious.
Like, they're legitimately fucking the biggest, like, fucking pieces of character assassination. It's like, it would have done the same thing if someone like walked up to Mark Hamill and just shot him dead. Like, it's the same effect. It's like just an absolute whatever.
Well, also what I say is episode 9 and just start popping off.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we have to give it a disclosure when we do the newer episodes because like, it's going to be vulgar. Like, it's going to be
those probably 3 episodes are going to be vile.
It's like at least 7 is gonna have the benefit of me being like, all right, it has at least the writings, at least like the like the whole in whole, like it's still a good movie. It's like obviously where it goes and all that kind of shit is no, but like there's at least something nice to talk about in that movie. But the other movies, it's just like it's just soulless. Like it's black and better. It's not authentic. Like it's just like it's Star Wars by name alone. Like it's not the where we've come from. It's like you watch the sequel trilogy, not sequel trilogy. You watch the original trilogy and the prequels, and it's like those movies have at least a sense of like purpose, and it's like I don't know, they feel like they needed to be written. Where it's like the sequels were just like, all right, how do we make money using their likenesses? And like that's just not how you should make a fucking any movie, any piece of art in general. But whatever. Yeah,
hating.
We should stop getting Maybe we should stop hating. I'm sorry, guys. This is what
I don't
happens.
either.
Um,
I don't either.
I don't have any yates. I don't know if you guys did.
I mean, I guess like Luke appearing out of thin air is probably for me, but like,
Yeah, and the Ewoks, of course, taking down
and
fucking
then
a battalion
I'm,
of
I'm
a
highly
league of my
crazy.
best troops. A league of my best troops awaits them, or whatever he fucking says.
Literally fucking a throwaway line, man. Like that shit was, and then they got
Mhm.
like smoked by a bunch of teddy bears.
I mean, stormtroopers ain't shit.
Yeah,
We
a
know
bunch of
this.
That's a tough look.
fucking. Yes, but it's like holy
This
shit,
is the
man! It's
best
like we
he's
know they ain't.
got. Like,
Yeah, it's like the Emperor's strong, but he has no like fucking perception of how strength is like looks on. I don't know. Stormtroopers are so trash. Another thing I like, another quote is I love when Vader's like when Vader pulls up like to like face the Emperor and he's like, oh, a group of rebels had penetrated like the shield generator or something like that, and he's like, oh, I know. He's like, my son is with them, and then he's like, oh, he didn't sense it. When he first pulls him, and Palpatine's like, I told you to remain on the command ship. Like, he was fucking, I don't know. It sounded like a little husband and wife shit. I don't know what it was.
no, I mean if we're talking quotes though, I mean you have of course like one of the most iconic ones too when Luke like is chatting to the Emperor. It's like you failed your Highness, I am a Jedi, like my father before me. It's like I need that on a plaque somewhere, bro. That shit is so fucking hard. And then Palpatine immediately flips and he's just looking like that, like even more like that.
He's tight.
Exactly.
He's like he basically just spit in his face and said,
I mean, he's the
you.
one
And
person
like,
he couldn't manipulate. Like
Yeah.
again, because Luke's the goat. Like,
Fuck, man, this movie's so tough.
that's what I'm saying. And it's like, I mean, there's so many. Like, you could just like take a quote from like anything that Luke, Palpatine, and like Vader say to each other,
True.
and it's all fucking hard.
But I guess then if there's no yites, then I guess it's time for what we've all been fucking waiting for. We've been waiting for this one.
Oh. Sure, why not? Oh, hold up. My mic is caught up over here. Hold up. There it is. All right. We are now officially tapped. We're now officially tapped in for the thirsty moment of
Yes, sir.
the movie. And it's going to go to, shocking surprise to nobody, Leia's costume when Jabba has her as like his freaking
it's called
whatever
slave
the hell
Leia,
it is,
so.
like slave or whatever the hell that shit is. Oh, well, there it is.
That's
so
massive.
that costume in particular, way to play, Jabba. Needed that costume
Just-
off you. Whoever crafted that. Man,
Shout out
Yes,
Carrie
sir.
Fisher
Yes,
for
sir.
putting that shit on.
Also
that was
massive.
massive of you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah! Shout out that double Luke gave when they were like destroying the sail barge and like they swung off together. He like put his arm around her. He looked and then he looked again and then he fucking swang.
Yeah,
For anyone who's
Mark
seen that
Hamill-
movie a
Mark
couple
Hamill's
times,
taking
you
it.
fucking know.
he had
He
to.
fucking
He had to, bro.
Yeah.
The culture
He's like,
demanded
"Damn."
it. I mean, it's like how often
Shout out to the
are you
tummy.
in that situation?
Absolutely. Shout it out. Yeah, that's really about it. I don't know if
Maybe
there was anything else.
maybe
of
that
note, besides-
Twi'lek
maybe
dance.
Jabba. Jabba's pretty
Yeah.
cute.
Lando wearing that fucking mask that he really liked to do the same fucking thing over and over again. Like in the 4 scenes where you see him and he's like, I'm over here now.
He's
And
doing
he
the little
pulls down his
thing.
fucking mask. In case you couldn't tell, it was Lando. Yeah, literally. For the first third of the movie, every time you
Yes,
see
sir.
him, he's pulling down the mask. For no reason.
Yeah, he's like looking
Yeah.
shady as fuck too.
I guess that's pretty much it for that. And unfortunately, like we said, we had to record this early, so we don't have a question of the week. But we'll just be covering 2 questions next week. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you still answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's massive.
DL, take us to it.
It's time for the. Yeah. Thank you for the introduction. Let me just get this pulled up for you guys.
Get in
So
there.
hold on. Hold up.
Come on now.
Hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're
in
in. We're in. Here it is. So
Oh, wow.
here we are on IMDb for Return of the
Looks
Jedi.
about right.
I told you. It's no, but like you didn't see the episode 5 one. Episode 5 one was ridiculous, but I'll show you guys that one after, just for comparison's sake. But for this one, average of around 8.3 Sure. I mean, that's about
Oh
right. I
my
mean,
god,
that's
it's eight.
makes sense
I
to
was
me.
just looking
That's
at the
definitely a very fair
demographics. That's
rating. But
ridiculous. Sorry.
yeah, no, we'll hold on. Don't peek at that just yet. We'll be right. We'll be right there. So highest is going to be 30% of the people. Keep in
Not
mind this is
nowhere near.
also. I mean, this actually isn't even as much either. I'm pretty sure episode 5 was 1.4 or something like that. But whatever. So the highest one is definitely going to be 8, which I mean it's still like a
I mean, of
very
course,
very
it's
attractive
still
looking
all above
graph,
like
if you
five
will. Like it's
5 out of
it's it,
10. So
mhm. Yeah, it's like it's still like some of the best you're gonna get when it comes to reviews. But I think just after seeing episode 5, it's like this thing isn't even that impressive. But I'll show you guys episode 5 right now, real quick, just for comparison's sake. So get that picture in your head. And
where'd it
now hold
go?
up, hold up. Whoa,
Where'd it go?
oh, where'd it go? See?
Yeah. Oh my
And then all of a sudden you go to this, and
Jesus.
34%, literally a third of the movie are giving it a 10. Like that's where it's like obviously the other graph is super impressive and it reflects how great the movie is. But then you look at Strikes Back, and it's like this is literally one out of every freaking 3 people are giving this movie a perfect score. It's
That's
like
insane.
holy shit, that's kind of fucking crazy. But
episode 6.
jumping back into the exactly episode 6, we're going down. We're taking a look. We're scouting. And I mean, holy crap, that's a lot of freaking people, 30 to
Everything's
44
just
reviewing that.
3.
But, uh, it's like, wow, that's like the
It's
most
literally just 8.3,
across the
except for
board
2 of them,
consistent
or
thing
3
I've
of them.
seen. Look at that.
2.
It's like we don't count these anyways because that's 92 people and 408 people, so fuck that. But yeah, throughout these 6 right here is all practically friggin' identical. So there it is. So the highest is 8.3 and the lowest is 8.2.
Yeah.
That's a big fluctuation. But it's really all I got for you guys. Besides that, back to your regularly scheduled cock and balls. Oops.
Get out of here, Siri.
Oops.
Oops.
The ratings don't matter.
I guess now it's time to go into the only the only numbers that actually do matter. So,
all right, can we just
jumping right in. I mean, this is gonna be
this
is gonna be a very difficult one for me.
Making this easy on us all. It's a 4. Oh yeah, I personally am giving
like
this
a perfect
movie a
score?
20 out of 20.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we could break it down for you guys if you like. I just freaking
spoiler alert. It's 20 out of 20. And Smoke, I'm sure you also agree.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
we'll
it
tell
is.
you why we think that. Starting with DL, take us with the story.
Yeah. So I mean, we talked about in the last 2 movies had a 4 for this exact reason. Like we talked about it throughout all of them pretty a good amount. I mean, it's just such a rich universe. Like every movie, it gets bigger and bigger. Like they do such a great job at like starting with 4. They kind of lay the groundwork. They kind of just like show like how diverse everything is. And then these last two movies, like they're actually developing. Like we're going to different planets. We're going to like I've seen different species. I mean, like the Ewoks are fucking. Every one of them are like uniquely hideous, which is something else. But I mean, there's so much. There's just so much depth of the universe where even in these 3 movies, they haven't even scratched the surface of everything else that's to come. And there's still more they can tell. Even with all the projects they've already put out, video games, like all that stuff, movies, shows, like there's still so much more they can get into. And that's just that's crazy to me. And I mean, for that reason, I got to give it a 4. And because
yeah, I mean, it
we
also
all do
just
love some
completes
Star Wars
the
around
original
here.
trilogy so well. It finishes off Anakin's story perfectly. It finishes off Luke's story perfectly. Like there's like if this was it, it's perfect, and it was for a while. Yeah.
This was
It's this movie deserves everything all the praise that it gets. Everything, like it's just amazing through.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you could say what you want about the Ewoks, like how annoying they are, but like at its core, like the story this movie is trying to tell and it does tell was so damn strong it doesn't even matter. Like that Ewok stuff, like I'll still watch this movie any day of the week, anytime. Like it's just so fucking good.
It was more just to like give like like Solo and Princess Leia something to do while Luke's like actually freaking fighting for the sake of the rebellion. Like obviously they were disabling Shield General, which was just as important, but like obviously the freaking the cream of the crop was Luke and Vader. It's like they had to just, like kind of give them something else to do too. So
Yeah, I mean we're pulling
that.
up for Luke and Vader, but of course, like
Mm-hmm.
everything
That's what
else
we
is
care
good, but
about.
Luke and Vader is just, oh God. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything about it. But acting. Acting is the only one where I feel like it's still fantastic acting, but I mean it's like the only one where I'd even consider like giving it like a 3.5, but I don't do decimal place because the acting like with the main characters like Mark Hamill and all them, of course it's amazing, but like some of the side characters are friggin' hideous. Like
That still doesn't
they literally
pull away
move like
from
NPCs.
the
All of
performance
them.
that James Earl Jones and Mark Hamill and everybody pull off. It's
oh yeah, no, it's still
perfect.
4. Yeah,
there's no. That's all that needs to get the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Ian McDermott playing the Emperor for the first time. It's so wild that was the youngest he ever was playing the Emperor when chronologically it's the oldest.
That is weird.
The Emperor like ever is.
But he's able to be the Emperor every time. So
Ian McDermott, the GOAT.
Because even as a Kanan, I never saw it the first times I watched the movie, but he has a cane in this movie too. He's walking around with at some point.
Yeah, he's old. He's cooked.
But I guess then going to originality. I mean, we've already said this. The whole, pretty much the entirety of Star Wars.
For me, for originality.
What? The fuck?
Come on now, Hag. Come on now, Hag. Don't be like that.
It, bro.
You were freaking silent on my screen. This is what gets me tight about doing this shit. Fucking over goddamn fucking my.
Well,
over
hopefully
the
once they move,
like that
will
happens.
be shit.
You can go.
But I was saying that
it's all right.
Originality, like we said previously,
both
it's pretty much the entirety of Star Wars deserves a 4 for originality. I mean, just the world building that it brings, the species that we see, the lore behind everything. It's so creative, and that's where George Lucas is undefeated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even going back to the writing too, it's like, even the way they talk, like it's a very slight difference between like the way that we speak, but it's just enough where like you kind of know when you're in the Star Wars universe. 'Cause every once in a while they'll throw out some weird ass words where it's like, whoa, what the fuck you saying? But like it's just like it's a slight, it's changed just enough where like you kind of know it, but like it's not like obnoxious where you need subtitles the entire movie or anything like that. Did you want to do rewatchability before I talk over you for like 20
rewatchability
seconds?
Again is if I'm putting on a movie for Star Wars, this is in the first 3 that come to mind. There's no question about it. I can rewatch this so many times and still get satisfied with it. Multiple times a year, multiple times a month, multiple times a week sometimes, and it still hits just the same.
I 100% agree. I mean, it's like this. I kind of made the same case for 5 and 6, where they both have that. It's just such an interesting story off the jump, where like even if you're not even super like tuned into it, like it's just a great movie to have on like in the background if you're like doing something. I don't know. It's just a very. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. No, fucking big facts. Yeah, I mean, I'd give that. I'm giving everything a 4, but just for the sake of tradition, I'll say it out loud. I'm giving this one a 4 for rewatchability as well, because I've seen this movie too many times to count.
Finish it off, DL.
Agreed. Yeah.
I got you, and I mean, of course, another easy one for any Star Wars movie: cinematography. 4.
All of these
obvious reasons.
Forever.
Exactly. It's like everything about, especially in this movie particularly, everything just looks so good. Like even though,
and it's
even
aged
like
so well.
Like,
I think that's the big thing too. Like it doesn't look like shit.
That is
crazy.
It's wild how good all of the puppets or the animatronics or whatever, like the practical sets, even some of the CGI. I mean, some of the CGI is still whatever, but
no, for sure. Some things will only look so good, but like I feel like on a grand scale, like it could look so ridiculous if this movie like but it just doesn't. Like
Mhm.
with the care and love that was put into making it, like you could just tell. Like it's just such a good looking movie.
That's
That's
true.
big facts.
But like we said, that puts Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, at a 20 out of 20 for all three of us. I mean, yeah, shocker. This movie is
Shocker.
fantastic. Like we said
Shocker.
with the entirety of the original trilogy, you just need to watch it. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have watched it, watch it. There's no excuse not to. It's masterful. It's amazing.
Mhm. I say, don't blame us if you get hooked on Star Wars after that, though, because like it's one of those universes that it's just so rewarding to do everything. Where it's like play the games, read the comics, watch the shows, watch the movies. Not so much anymore, but I think that's just entertainment in general right now is kind of shitty. So I don't even know if I could really, because like when you have two companies owning most of it, it kind of like the shit rolls downhill. But for the most part, Star Wars is just one of those universes that like it's super addictive to just be in it. Like I'm
So
playing
tough.
Fallen Order again.
Shit is so good. That game is so good.
Exactly. It's just like being in it. It's just like obviously, of course, like the universe itself is just so like sandbox level where it's like when you get into a game, it's like all right, when you can actually choose the things that you do, it's like all right, this is
But
fucking dope.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we said, sorry we couldn't do the question of the week this week. Stay tuned because we will be covering it next week. This episode will still be up regular time, however,
Yeah.
and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Staincast with episode 1, The Phantom Menace, tapping into the prequel trilogy. Fine, I'm so excited. We're getting close.
Yeah.
Jesus,
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
He's got his
Episode
calendar
3.
marked with like fucking
But thank
100
you guys for tuning in.
exclamation
Smoke,
points.
of course, thank you for joining us. And
Thanks for having me, fellas.
I'll see you.
Appreciate you
Yeah,
coming.
I was
in.
literally about to
I'll
say
see y'all
that.
in Miami.